Entanglement is one of the most abused ideas in physics. People hear it and immediately go full wizard mode. The cartoon version goes like this. Two particles are separated across the universe. You measure one, the other instantly knows. And boom, cosmic texting. The universe invented Bluetooth before humans invented pants. If you picture particles as tiny, isolated billiard balls flying apart through the vacuum, this instantaneous connection sounds impossible. How does marble A know what marble B is doing? Is there a secret signal? A tiny quantum intern sprinting through space with a clipboard? The real science is cleaner. Entanglement does create correlations between distant points, but it cannot be used to transmit usable information faster than light. Physics enforces this through the No-Communication Theorem. You get a shared structure, but you do not get controllable signals. This animated diagram illustrates the failure of the signal using a synchronized coin flip.
You cannot use those matching coins to send a text message in Morse code if you cannot control how the coin lands. When you measure a quantum system, you are forcing it to pick a state, but you do not get to choose the result. The outcome on your side appears completely locally random. Since you cannot choose the outcome, you have no way to encode your data into it. The system strictly forbids you from choosing what the two sides agree on. Because you lack that control, entanglement is mathematically prohibited from ever functioning as a faster-than-light messaging service. So if there is no signal, the next logical guess is classical correlation. People often use the glove analogy. You pack a left-handed and right-handed glove into separate boxes and ship them across the world. Open your box, find a left glove, and you instantly know the other box holds the right. The answers were pre-packed before they separated. Entanglement doesn't work like that either. We know this because of Bell's theorem. John Bell mathematically proved that if particles were like gloves, carrying hidden instructions for every measurement, the universe would behave in a very specific, limited way. If properties were written into particles beforehand, correlations hit a strict mathematical ceiling. Data points never cross this solid classical limit line. But in real-world quantum experiments, data points violently pierce that ceiling, plotting far above local hidden variables. The properties do not exist as local, finished facts prior to measurement. The particles aren't carrying hidden answers, and they aren't sending secret signals. The universe is actively resolving the state in real time. To make sense of this, we have to stop thinking of particles as independent little objects. Motion theory starts with one rule. Reality is structured motion synchronizing under constraint. Under this framework, particles are not tiny marbles. They are stabilized motion structures, born from the exact same interaction history and the exact same linked rhythm. Entanglement means systems remain part of a shared synchronization structure, even after distance opens between them. Separation changes their location, but it does not erase their relationship. Their distant properties are just aspects of one extended motion pattern. A measuring device is a physical filter. When the continuous wave hits the barrier, measurement forces a shared rhythm to resolve into a stable, straight vertical vector. Rotate the barrier, and the channel through which the underlying motion expresses itself changes to match. This is why distant systems show matching records. It isn't magic, it's physical. The separated detectors are cutting into and forcing resolution on the exact same underlying motion relationship, one shared pattern, two constraint events, and correlated records. In everyday life, distance weakens interaction. Magnets get weaker. Sound fades. But entanglement is a mathematically inseparable shared state, and once exposed to the wider environment, that state is incredibly fragile. If either system leaks too much information into the environment, decoherence happens. Heat, vibration, or stray light shreds the delicate shared rhythm into motion noise. This is the true engineering hurdle behind quantum computing. The machine is trying to preserve fragile shared motion in a universe full of thermal chaos. It is like trying to perform surgery on a soap bubble during a leaf blower convention. Because it is so fragile, entanglement is useless as a text message. But that exact fragility makes it highly useful as a burglar alarm. Quantum communication networks use this sensitivity to generate perfectly secure encryption keys. This diagram shows a quantum transmission line. If a hacker tries to intercept an entangled photon mid-flight, they cannot peek quietly. Their measurement is a constraint event. It physically touches the motion and forces a resolution, immediately scrambling the correlation pattern. The legitimate users instantly detect the damage. Physics literally forbids observation without interference. Entanglement makes eavesdropping visible, acting as a mathematically guaranteed security guard. All of this points to a deeper implication about how reality is built. Entanglement shows us that separation in space is not the same thing as total independence. The universe is not assembled from lonely little objects. A better image is a single musical chord split across two instruments. One instrument plays one part, the other plays the matching part. When both recordings are compared, the structure appears. They belonged to the same chord. Identity is not always local. Sometimes identity and properties belong to the relationship itself. They are distributed entirely across a synchronized motion pattern. Two entangled particles are simply two exposed ends of one deeper relationship. Entanglement is not spooky action at a distance. It is a single underlying